Old man here, and the boxes keep rolling in. Let's unbox another one. Coming right up. We have another box to unbox. And I ordered it a couple of days ago, had to wait for it to come in, and I had to order it. And I'll explain why in a second. But in the meantime, we are going to do our trusty dusty video clamp action camera mount here, give you a top view of what we've got, and we'll go from there. All right, let's get to opening this one. It's a much smaller box, but it is a goodie. So let's show you what's in it. And once I open this, I will explain why I had to order this. You've probably already seen the title, of course, and many of you will recognize this box. And I ordered another accessory with it. So let's get this all out of here. There. All right, well, the first thing I ordered in conjunction with this one is the notch Rook. Now, if you are unfamiliar with what this is pretty cool. It is a pulley system that has 3 eyelets on it. Other names from other manufacturers you might recognize. I believe it's Rock Exotica has their version of this called the Hydra. This one is the Rook by Notch. And how this works is this should attach to your bridge. I mean, you can use it somewhere else, but on the videos that I've seen and talking to the folks that have sold these, this goes on your bridge and then acts as the ring, and it gives you a point to attach to. So I'll show you that here in a second on my Monkey Beaver harness of where that's going to go. So that's the Notch Rook. This is, let's see, this is rated up to, I believe it was 28 kN. So that's kilonewtons, of course. 14 K on each side, on each rope. So what that means is this thing can support, if you divide by about 4.6, you're talking, what, 6,500 pounds? Pretty impressive, right? All right, so that's the Notch Rook. And then obviously to go along with the Notch Rook, we've got another Notch product here. And obviously, or I'm thinking rather, that a lot of you out there know what this is. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy open up. Here's the box. I'm going to flip it over. You're going to see exactly what it is. Bam! The Notch Rope Runner Pro. I'm excited about this one. So, if you remember my video from the TCI EXPO in 2022 here in Charlotte, North Carolina, there we go. We tested out, or I had somebody test out a few different options for this style of mechanical rope runner. And we checked out the Rock Exotica Akimbo, checked out the Notch Rope Runner, and then we took a look at the Zigzag by Petzl. And all 3 of those are fantastic products. And I just happened to land on the Notch Rope Runner Pro after testing it out quite extensively, you know, like 10 minutes worth, 15 minutes worth, putting my weight against it at the Notch booth at the Expo 2022 for TCIA. And I was pretty much sold on this. And this is it. So let's go ahead and open this up, and then I'll explain why I went with this and why I had to. So the packaging is really cool. It comes with this, like, almost like this tin cookie box, you know. It's all tin. Very nicely packaged, very neatly packaged. We've got the instruction manual here. Pretty cool. Plenty of foam protection on this. And again, with so many products, the way they're packaged today, this being no exception, it's packaged very neatly into this container. The insert is carved out exactly to the shape of the runner, and then it's placed precisely into the middle of the box. As you know, Apple years ago led the way in packaging for their devices and their phones and their all of their equipment. They come in a really sleek, neat box, and that is filtered on through so many companies, and this is no exception here. But for those of you that are unfamiliar with what this is, and we're going to test this out. In fact, we're testing this out and actually using it tomorrow because Alex and I are going to be taking down a nice size big dead tree. You'll see a video on that also. But essentially, this is a mechanical friction prusset, for lack of a better term. It acts the same way as a rope prusset, where it stops the rope from you ascending if you're coming down. This does it mechanically, and it's a pretty slick looking piece of equipment. But essentially your rope's going to be put in between all of the pulleys here and coming through and then through on this side, and then while it's up there, you'll be able to control coming down on it effectively. I think it's this way. This way is up. So basically you'll have the rope going through and it'll come in, and then you'll press down on this to descend and then pull on the bottom to go up. And then the pulley here will, like I said earlier, will be on my harness and then hooked this way here like this. So it might look something like that. So there it is, the Notch Rope Runner mechanical ascender. Pretty awesome. So why did I go with this one? Well, it turns out that my Hitch Climber eccentric that I had on the previous couple of trees, I actually lost the pulley to that. So those of you that are familiar with a Hitch Climber, it goes on your climbing rope, which is this is a Blue Moon, and at the end of this is a pulley, kind of like this, you know, it's on the end, and then your friction rope, your prusset, wraps around your rope, and then you maneuver it with your hand to prevent it from going down, or if you want to stop it or to lift up on it, you press down on it so you can get more slack, or you push it up to make it more friction on the rope so you stop from going down. So that's how these work. Plenty of videos on it on the interwebs you can look up and see how that works. But in any event, I lost the pulley to this. We spent a good 2 hours trying to look for where it may have dropped. I have no idea where it is. The first job that I did across the street, that's where I used it last, and just lost it. It was so frustrating because we were getting ready to take down another dead tree, and I just couldn't do it because I didn't have anything to climb up into the tree with. So after the TCI EXPO here in Charlotte, we decided to go with this one after being convinced that this is the right piece of equipment for my needs. So really, really happy about that. So that's how all that turned out. Anywho, so what we're going to do is we're going to actually put this into an application tomorrow because we are taking down that tree. And I'm going to hook it up. I'm going to read the instructions tonight, hook it up, get my friction points dialed in for my weight, and then we'll use this to climb up into the tree and cut it down. So with that, let me show you what this is going to look like on my harness. So I'm going to pull my harness out and we'll take a look. All right, here's my Monkey Beaver harness, And I've actually got 2 bridges on here. I just wanted the extra redundancy. And I've got 2 bridge rings on there currently. Each one of these is rated very high. The rope itself, or the bridge itself, is rated for 6,000 pounds. So when you bend it like this, you get 6,000 on each side, which is actually like 12,000 pounds. And then these rings are rated at 32 kN. So again, divide that by 4.6 and you end up with, about 7,000 pounds, 6,800 pounds, somewhere in that area. Anyways, definitely a life safety harness on these 2 pieces here. So what I'm simply going to do is, I've got an over-under knot on this. I'm just going to take the knot out, and then we're going to place the pulley, replace the pulley where the ring would normally be. So I'll take the ring off. I won't need that anymore. I mean, I could technically keep it on there just in case I want another secure point onto that. And maybe I'll just keep it on there and just leave it like that. But the pulley will be there, and then that will be my connection point for the notch rope runner once we get it hooked up to a carabiner. The other thing about this notch Rook, it's got rubber inserts on the inside here, so once you put your carabiner through, it'll kind of give it a little bit of a friction fit and keep it in place, which is really neat. And yeah, pretty cool. And then it also takes up to a 13 millimeter rope, so anything between 11 and 13 millimeters this will work. So it'll take up to a 1/2 inch rope, which is exactly what my bridge is here. It's a 1/2 inch. In fact, let's go ahead and put this on for you so you can see what it looks like. So I'm already ready to go with this tomorrow. So again, I'm going to use my top bridge, and all I need to do here is unloosen this rope. Just may take a few hot minute here. All right, there we go. All right, there's that. All right, that is untied. So we're going to come back through here. Remember which hole I went through. And then this is simply going to, let's see here, simply going to come through like that. Yep. All right. And then we're going to put this back through the hole. And then we're just going to tie our over-under knot again. So let's get that done. If I can remember how to do this. I will remember here. 2. Back under. Over. Under. That looks about the same. Bam! I'm glad I remembered how to tie that knot. So I'm just going to really put a lot of pressure on this so that doesn't come back through, and it won't. Yeah, okay. And now my Rook, my notch Rook is on my bridge, and you can see it moves quite nicely through here. So, and this swivels, which is really cool, and it's going to give me a lot of options when I'm in the tree moving left to right, etc., etc. And of course I still have the ring here on the bottom bridge, and I'm keeping this ring on this bridge, so in the event for some reason if I want to hook onto that, I can, but it's not going to be a big deal. Plus I won't lose it. So that's the plan here. So the notch is ready to go. Excited about it. So again, we're gonna test this out tomorrow. There'll be another video on this as we take down that other tree. You'll see I'll probably already be dialed in by the time you see the next video, but hey, that's what we're gonna plan on. So we're going to close this one out. Hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you at the next video. So until next time, peace out.